Imagine a man so powerful in football that he didn't just sign stars, he created an era. This is the story of Florentino, the visionary who transformed Real Madrid and rewrote the rules of modern football. Known as the architect of the Galacticos, Florentino wasn't content with building a team. He built a brand, a legacy. He brought Zidane, Figo, and Beckham to Madrid, but that was not the extent of his ambition. Florentino made Real Madrid a global phenomenon, changing the way clubs consider players, their fans, and business in general. Yet, along the path, his journey wasn't free from controversy and intensive challenges. Hence, his legacy became that complex as it is groundbreaking. But how did Florentino go from a Madridista dreamer to the ultimate decision-maker of the world's biggest football club? A lifelong Madridista, Florentino was born into a middle-class family, studied civil engineering, reached utmost success as a businessman, and even ventured into politics. But nothing of all those successes could satiate his deep link to Real Madrid. In the year 2000, Florentino made his first major move, running for the presidency of Real Madrid on arguably the boldest of promises, to sign FC Barcelona's biggest star, Luis Figo. At the time, Luis Figo was Barcelona's crown jewel, the best player in the world and the face of their dominance. The idea of him moving to their eternal rival was unthinkable, until Florentino made it happen. Figo's signing not only shocked the football world, but also set the stage for the Galacticos era, where Florentino's ambition reshaped football. As for Figo, his move was nothing short of controversial. Who would have thought that a guy who mocked Real Madrid and Barcelona's celebrations would end up going to their eternal rival? Figo is definitely a guy with a lot of guts, and Florentino proved to be on another level from the very first moment. You had to be crazy to think that this signing could be a reality, but it truly was. Figo's arrival signaled that no player was untouchable, and Florentino's presidency would forever change the way business was done in football. The transfer of Figo was only the starting point. Florentino dreamed bigger than any football executive before him. He didn't just want a winning team, he wanted a team of global superstars. In the years that followed, he signed Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, Ronaldo Nazario, and more. This was the birth of the Galacticos, a team that transcended football and became a global brand. These transfers weren't just about what occurred on the pitch. Florentino truly understood the power of star appeal and how that could extend Real Madrid's reach worldwide. The Galacticos era marked Real Madrid as the team any player wanted to play with, any fan wanted to watch. Although Madrid won the Champions League in 2002 with Zidane's iconic volley against Bayer Leverkusen, inconsistency and defensive issues meant the team struggled in domestic competition. The model was bold, but Florentino's model was not without its flaws. The mid to late 2000s were a dark time for Real Madrid, as it coincided with the beginning of Barcelona's best era, suffering crushing results such as 2-6, 5-0, 4-0. The fans were growing restless. Real Madrid, which was becoming a shadow of the club of the Galacticos, needed a plan by Florentino to get the club back in business. The signings of Cristiano Ronaldo, Xabi Alonso, Karim Benzema, and Ricardo Kaká were just the beginning. In 2010, Florentino made one of the biggest decisions as a president. He signed Jose Mourinho, fresh from a treble-winning campaign with Inter Milan, to take charge of the team. The arrival of Mourinho marked a turning point in Real Madrid's history. Under him, Real Madrid finally ended the trophy drought by winning 1-0 against Barcelona in the 2011 Copa del Rey final, with an incredible header from Cristiano Ronaldo, capturing LaLiga in 2012 with a record-shattering 100 points. The rivalry between Mourinho and Guardiola saw El Clásico rise to new heights with heated clashes both on and off the pitch. Although Mourinho was a very controversial guy, his impact on the pitch was undeniable. He restored Madrid's competitive spirit, laying the groundwork for the success that would follow. The reign of Florentino has been marked by bold, sometimes polarizing decisions. Selling Mesut Ozil to finance Gareth Bale's transfer raised eyebrows, but Bale's performance in key games, including his unforgettable solo goal in the 2014 Copa del Rey final against Barcelona and his heroics in Champions League finals, proved Florentino right. Another such moment was the sale of Xabi Alonso to make way for Toni Kroos. Alonso was a fan favorite and literally the brain of Madrid's midfield, but Cruz went on to become one of the most decorated players in the history of the club, with 6 Champions League titles to his name. Perhaps the most unpopular decisions were letting go of Cristiano Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos. Both players were legends, but Florentino's principle was crystal clear: no player is bigger than Real Madrid. Florentino's dream really did come alive by the end of the 2010s. Real Madrid won 4 Champions League titles in 5 years, clinching the status of being regarded as the greatest European football club of all time. Ronaldo left Real Madrid back in 2018. It marked the end of an era, but it allowed Florentino to rebuild the squad following a new methodology, signing young talents with great potential. Florentino now not only signs established stars, but also builds his own stars. Camavinga, Rodrigo, Federico Valverde, and Eder Militao are a great example. And now the young promises, Endrick and Arda Güler. One of Florentino's most impressive decisions was replacing Keylor Navas with Courtois. Navas was a hero, winning 3 consecutive Champions Leagues, but Courtois' performances, particularly in the 2022 Champions League final against Liverpool, showed why Florentino made the switch. Obviously, another masterclass of the Real Galactico. Florentino isn't about big money signings. We leave that to the state-owned clubs like Manchester City or Paris Saint-Germain, who love spending millions on players that end up not performing as expected. Well, Florentino also had this issue with Hazard, but it's not Florentino's fault. No one expected Hazard to get injured so many times, and they didn't know about his addiction to hamburgers. Imagine getting injured, eating a lot of hamburgers, recovering, training hard to get fit, and then getting injured again. What a terrible, vicious cycle. Setting aside that small blemish in history, Florentino is a man of making great deals, and a clear example of that is signing David Alaba and Antonio Rudiger on free transfers, thus reinforcing Madrid's backline without spending a single cent in transfer fee. Such abilities of negotiation and long-term thinking have kept Real Madrid competitive in an ever-changing football landscape. Even the saga of Kylian Mbappe showcased Florentino's determination. Despite the setbacks in 2022, when Mbappe could sign for free with Real Madrid, he renewed with PSG. The following year, Florentino offered 200 million euros to Kylian Mbappe, but Nasser Al-Khelaifi didn't even have the decency to respond to this offer, proudly claiming he would never let Mbappe leave for free to anyone. However, Florentino demonstrated his great persuasive power, getting the Turtle to sign with Real Madrid after letting his contract with PSG expire, leaving Nasser Al-Khelaifi looking foolish. The Real Galactico has done it again. He always wins. That's why he's the GOAT! He's a phenomenon, the best president in football history. With risky decisions, but mostly successful, he rewrote the history of Real Madrid, which was already successful, but now it's double. He changed the rules of the game. It'll be hard for anyone to match his level when he retires. Let's hope that doesn't happen soon. Long live the Real Galactico.